They crossed the plate before he was there.
In play, that's a fair ball. Jacob, what a play from Jacob! And that is destroyed! Tie game! In play down the third baseline. Peter makes a great play from Peter McNeil.
And that's a shot! Zach Hall, what a play!
Oh, a moonshot. Oh, he robbed it! What a catch! What a catch! In play, that's a fair ball. Jacob, what a play from Jacob! And that is destroyed! Tie game! In play, that's a fair ball to Jacob. What a play from Jacob! And that is destroyed! Tie game! That's in play down the third baseline. Peter makes a great play from Peter McNeil.
Justice already took advantage of that. What a play over at third. He's heading home. Oh, he's out. He's gonna be out. Jordan Rice heads out. Trey Cluxton right. Puts it over to first and still gets Alan Barnes.
Cross, get out, ball later!
This is my blue. Cause I'm back down on my own again. This is the blues I'm playing. Yes, it's a fine old thing. When the night is cold and lonely.
This is $1 bill piece.
Was it the money that made me a savage? Popping them prices that made it a habit. Turning the bitches and selling them bitches. That was exciting to me. I'm so excited to be. Started with nothing, we had to inspire the bitch. Excited to me. I'm getting trouble. Fly the man. I got the
Back
plan.
in
I'm
one
gonna shoot it
play.
down. Squad, they pop like a sand. Pop like a perk. I'm going ham. I'm gonna cut it up. It's too wavy for niggas. Do magic like I look a set. I'm in the kitchen with guns in the front.
Strike three, and the Atlantic Aces are going to their first ever World Series. They'll face the
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 2024 World Series. We have the 6-seeded Enforcers at 14 and 16 taking on the number 1 seeded Aces at 19 and 11. No team has been able to challenge this Aces team so far. Now the Enforcers, unlikeliest of heroes, will try to continue this Cinderella story with them facing off today. I'm Jack Playhouse, joined by Alex Harden. Mark Campanier will be here shortly, as you can see right there. I'm actually Jack Playhouse. Let's get right into the starting lineups.
Jake Oliver, Seattle area pipe trades.
Joshua Gradwell, Evansville Way High School. Jonathan Galgano, Washington State University.
Brock Playhouse, University of America, Samoa.
So that's that Enforcers lineup. Brock Playhouse will be coming back to complete this 4-team lineup. And looking at those 2024 Pro Wiffle Ball Focus numbers, Jake Oliver, number 1 in 2024 based on WAR. So they're going to have to rely on him to take on this Aces lineup. Let's take it the Aces lineup right now.
Aaron Schofield, Washington State University.
Moses Valadez, go Wave.
Morgan Granich, Northwest Guatemalan High School.
Jack Scholl, Maplewood Elementary.
And there's that Aces lineup. Of course, they're without Dylan Carroll, the front runner for Rookie of the Year. A big miss right there for this Aces team, so Jack Scholl will step in. Now let's take a look at the weather.
Good evening, wiffle ball fans. Welcome to World Series weather. And as for tonight, lots of clouds are moving in from the northwest with some isolated rain showers. Nothing too crazy and heavy tonight, but there could be some sprinkles here and there. And one thing to note is look at this little guy right here. We got some winds blowing in a little bit higher tonight, so we could get some lift on these balls. So could see some dingers tonight. Lots of dingers. Enforcers. Aces, who do you guys got? I know who I got. Trevor May for the 2025 Comeback Player of the Year, baby. Everybody have a great night. Remember, dingers or nothing.
Appreciate it, Joe. One of the last weather reports of the year. Hopefully no rain like we had back in the NLCS. That was brutal. Let's send it down to Robert, who has Jake Oliver.
All right, Jake, World Series. What's the challenge of pitching in such a big series like this?
Just like it is all year, just got to throw strikes. So try and minimize the walks. It's going to be a little bit colder, so ball might not fly as good, but yeah, just throw strikes.
How does the capacity crowd change the mentality for you guys?
It just makes it more fun. That's what we're here to do, is just have fun. So, yeah, like seeing a lot of people here, a lot of family, so it's cool.
All right, awesome. Good luck out there.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, Robert.
When it comes down to the wire, down to the last out, down to the last lap.
He blasts into first.
Down to the last gasp. When every second counts. Win every second.
Huge crash.
I've never seen anything like this.
The Brinks Cup. Brought to you by Brinks TV, the kingdom of awesomeness.
For the Brinks Cup, head on over to Brinks.tv, the kingdom of awesomeness. That was kind of a nice little cut right there, right to the banner. Seamless. Shout out to the production team.
Love that.
And we will be underway shortly. We're just waiting for these two teams to take the field. The Aces are the home team. Alex, what are the keys to today's game?
Well, I think the keys for the Aces, Moses got to be dialed in from the jump. We saw it in the championship series. He was a little shaky in game one. Didn't really get off to his almost start, and then from there, the second options for the Aces weren't particularly effective, especially at locating the strike zone. So I think pitching is going to be key for the Aces because we know their offense is locked and loaded at all times. And for the Enforcers, I would say they just got to be good in the field. No errors. I mean, their pitching is going to hold it down with Josh Gradwell and Jake Oliver. So I think as long as they don't give them any extra outs and take their patient ABs at the plate and drive in runs when they can, I think it'll work out for them. And I think it's going to be a good series, good competitive series. Looking forward to it.
And it's kind of an interesting philosophy on both sides of the field here. The Aces, we've never really seen a team like this. Usually when you make deep runs in the playoffs, it's because of good pitching. No knock on Moses here. He's pitched very well. But throughout the season, they've kind of had some shaky pitching, a 5.16 team ERA throughout the year. And it's really just been a powerful offense amongst mainly Moses Valdez, Aaron Schofield, Morgan Granich, and then kind of just a rotation. Unfortunately, they don't have the rookie of the year, presumed rookie of the year, Dylan Carroll out there. And on the other side of the ball, the Enforcers, that 1-2 punch, Jake Oliver and Josh Gradwell, they were both in the Cy Young contention this year in the regular season. They just continue to dominate in the postseason.
Yeah, just trying to pull up Moses' win-loss record, but it seems like they win a lot when Moses is on the mound, and some of their losses have come when the second option, whoever it may be, is out there.
This might be right here, this matchup, Jake Oliver versus Moses Valdez. Whoever has the best series right here, that could very well determine the World Series winner. So here we go. First pitch of the 2024 World Series is a ball to Jake Oliver.
Moses got the good velocity, effective slider, mixes up his windup quite a bit. He's a tough guy to hit off of.
One of the biggest advantages for Moses is it's getting pretty dark here. He's probably the best dark or lights on pitcher in the league. Like when everyone can see the ball, for some reason he's just the command really isn't there, but when you turn on the lights and it's dark, he just turns into some superhuman pitcher.
He's really hammered it inside so far. Works at full there.
And that'll hit Jake Oliver for a leadoff walk, which we've seen from these postseason pitchers this year. A little bit of trouble with the command early on.
Yeah, and walks are always an issue for pitchers here in the AWA, no matter what week it is. But in the playoffs especially, these hitters are a lot more patient at the plate, looking to extend these innings.
Josh Gradwell will step in, and Josh, arguably the best pitcher this postseason up to this point. See if he can continue that. He'll be starting here in game number 1. Three and one.
I was just having trouble locating that zone, the riser and the slider so far.
And this Aces team, they have the clutch gene. You've seen, against the NLCS, against the Nighthawks, fell down to a 2-0 lead, and they were able to take it all the way back. So they are a little bit of a slow starting team, but when it really matters, facing elimination, they really come through.
Better late than never, I guess.
Yeah. And a big surprise here for the Enforcers has been the offensive efficiency from John Galgano. It's also his birthday today.
Happy birthday to John.
But yeah, you're looking at 235, 1 home run, 10 RBIs in the regular season. In the postseason, he has really turned it on. 2 home runs.
John, a fellow AMHS alumni. Go Wildcats.
2-1 count. Does not go.
I was really struggling to locate that strike zone. He's missing consistently inside.
There are a few times in the regular season where Moses Valdez, his most difficult inning is the first inning. And a few times in the year, he just pulled himself after the first inning. So that is back-to-back-to-back walks for the bases loaded. Now Brock Blass will step in. He hasn't played in over a month, but his name has been called here.
Yeah, Brock was, I believe he was on the injured list for a bit. Missed some time rehabbing.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously not the start Moses and the Aces were looking for.
He wants to say something to us. So Brock Blahouse, he had some pretty solid regular season numbers, 342 average, 2 home runs, 10 RBIs, good enough for second on the team. His only problem this year has been his love of the game.
Yeah, it doesn't have the volume stats, but
that's tough.
That's a great pitch location there.
Welcome back.
Yeah, Brock has been in the AWA since the beginning. He's got the power at the plate. Looking to blow this one open early.
Big dingers or nothing guy. And that's a no pitch right there, 63 on the gun. And it's kind of on the scouting report for Moses. He does get up there in velo. It's a nasty pitch right there for strikeout number 1 for Moses Valdez.
Beautiful pitch from Moses there, baiting the swing, a huge out. Not out of trouble yet. The bases are still loaded. Wonder if Brock is still shaking off the rust. I don't think he's seen a pitch like that in quite some time.
Yeah. I didn't even know Moses had a drop ball like that.
I mean, he's been saving it for the biggest games. Haven't seen it before, might as well break it out now.
No pitch there. Jake Oliver will step in and bases loaded. 0-0 remains the count. He'll take a pitch inside, 1-0. That ball is popped up. Might have been playable, but Moses being very careful there around the concrete. This is a very injury-prone team, and Moses definitely has had his battle, so I can understand why he pulled up there.
Yeah, it's a risky business trying to make a play over there. I think we might need a fence over there.
Yeah. Nails him there, and maybe Moses' strategy is here to kind of pitch around the top pitchers in this lineup between Jake Oliver. Jake Oliver is by far the best hitter on this team. It's a nice pitch right there to make it full count.
See what Moses does here. Doesn't want to leave 1-2 over the plate. Jake will drive it. Oh.
And that'll walk the first run of the 2024 World Series in. The Enforcers take a lead 1-0. Still only 1 out here. The Enforcers, being the lower seed, are the away team to start the series. As Josh Gradwell steps in, swings at a first pitch strike. The way this Enforcers team is operated, they need all the runs they can get early on because the pitching has been dialed, but the hitting, a little bit of a different story.
Yeah, they played in many close games this postseason. Their pitching has pretty much been the deciding factor.
2-2 count to Josh Gradwell. Does not go. Another full count to this Enforcers lineup. And that'll be low, walk again. And Josh Gradwell will get the second RBI for this Enforcers team. And like we've seen, it looks like they're going to go to Aaron Schofield. So kind of a...
Yeah, pretty quick trigger there. It looked like Moses took himself out. And interesting decision. I mean, his pitches weren't really missing by much towards the end there after after a couple batters, but I guess they're going to save the innings.
So Aaron Schofield is in the game now for the Atlantic Aces after a difficult start for Moses Valadez. And this is not the way you wanted to start off the World Series if you're the Atlantic Aces. I mean, that is absolutely brutal. Be down 2-0. You do have an out. That's the good news.
Yeah.
But
first of all, Mark, welcome to the booth. Welcome to the World Series.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Apologies for being a little bit late.
Oh,
it was
traffic.
Ground ball over to Granich at second. He steps on two to get the out, and Oliver comes all the way home to score. So the Enforcers get a couple of more runs. It's now 4-0 in the top of the first, but the Aces do get an out. There's two away. So it's a ball. We're going to call time here. So here's Brock Blehouse, two away. Runner on first is Blehouse. Ooh, it's too fast, 61 miles per hour. So no pitch to Brock Blehouse. Count will remain 0-0, but as I was saying, Alex, yeah, took me a while to get back from the office today. So
commute, man, it can kill you.
Yeah, it can. It can. Ground ball Over to Morgan Greenwich. It gets on by him. Galgano heading to third, and he will be in there. It'll be a single for Brock Blehaus. Galgano goes first to third on the ground ball. Runners at the corners now for Jake Oliver.
A really good AB from Brock there. Yeah, struck out swinging with the bases loaded his first time up, so a bit of redemption for him there. And this marathon inning will continue for the Aces. I mean, for the Enforcers, excuse me. I guess for the Aces as well. But
inside to Oliver, and that one gets away from Schofield, way outside for ball 2, 2-0. Just below the strike zone for ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes now to Oliver. Ripped out to center, but Scholl makes the over-the-shoulder grab for out number 3. The Enforcers get 4. We go to the bottom of the first. Enforcers lead it 4-0. So Josh Gradwall on the mound for the Enforcers. He will start game number 1 of this best-of-7 series. And it's going to be exciting. I mean, the Enforcers, they're off to an incredibly hot start here early, lead it 4-0. But we know how good this Aces offense has been all season long, including the playoffs. So by no means is this game out of reach for them. 1-2 the count to Schofield as he holds off there. Ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
yeah, tough hole for the Aces to fall into early here, but we've seen it in their last series. They fell down in the series, but they clawed back.
Schofield able to foul that one off. Count will remain at 2 balls and 2 strikes. But yeah, I mean, if you're the Enforcers, you couldn't have asked for a better start, going up 4-0. You want to get that game 1 momentum and be up a game going into game 2. With Josh Gradwall on the mound, it's definitely going to be a taller task for the Aces as Schofield pops that up to Josh Gradwall. He makes the grab 1 away.
Way to field the position there. We love a fielding pitcher.
Absolutely. And you know what? In the AWA, you really need to field your position as a pitcher. Because a ground ball to anybody else is pretty hard to get out sometimes. And so here's Morgan Greenwich stepping up to the plate. I mean, Greenwich, talk about a guy who got hot later in the season, but he is, once he got hot, he stayed hot.
Yeah, he's a key cog in this Aces lineup, and his lineup is loaded for sure.
Ball 1 here to Greenwich.
A monster series against the Nighthawks in the previous round.
Yeah, Greenwich has been huge. Him stepping up is a huge reason why the Aces have made it this far. And so Greenwich now looking at a 3-0 count. Bases empty and 1 down. Aces down 4 early. Gradwall throws ball 4 inside, and Greenwich on for the Aces, their first base runner of the ball game. And so here's Moses Valadez stepping up to the plate. Valadez was the starting pitcher in game 1, but his outing didn't last too long. Pitched just a third of an inning before he pulled himself. Schofield now pitching. We'll see if Valadez can work to try to get some runs back here.
So that last series, Moses was pretty quick to take himself out of games if he felt like he didn't have it.
So ground ball to Gradwall. He throws on to first, gets the out on Valadez, but Greenwich goes first to third on the play. Great base running to advance all the way over there. And now here's Jack Scholl. Talk about a guy who had a great last half. ALCS for the Aces.
He had a lot of clutch ABs. He took his walks and was a key part of some big innings for the Aces.
Pitch from Gradwall hits the zone. He starts Scholl off with strike 1. But yeah, I mean, in games 4 and 5 of that last series, that series against the Nighthawks, I mean, it felt like Jack Scholl was on base just about every time.
Yeah, couldn't get him out.
Aces being down 2 games, or being down a game, heading into games 4 and 5, I mean, that was huge. They really needed Scholl to step up in a big way, and he did. Got him to the World Series. Aces are feeling good, even though they're down 4. 1-2 to Scholl. That pitch is outside, gets away from Gradwall. Ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes now the count. Scholl, I got like the cleats.
Love
Sporting
that.
some nice cleats, but Gradwall able to strike out Jack Scholl to end the inning. No run score for the Atlantic Aces. We go to the top of the second, and Forsters lead it 4-0. Josh Gradwall will lead it off for the Eastern Enforcers here in the top of the second inning. Schofield starts off Gradwall with a pair of balls. It's 2-0. Wow, I didn't even. The last pitch was too fast. It's 2-1. That pitch is outside from Schofield. So 3 balls and 1 strike. Now to Gradwall.
If the Aces want to keep this lead close, Aaron's going to have to find a way to consistently hit the zone, whether it's throwing a different pitch or even slowing it way down. I mean, these slow pitches can be hard to hit sometimes, but pitches like that aren't gonna keep you in this game.
Yeah, that gets away from Schofield for ball 4. It wasn't even close. As now Josh Gradwall is on for the Enforcers. And yeah, I mean, for the Aces, it's interesting to go to Schofield in this situation. I know Valadez pulled himself. I'm sure he wants to make sure he's available for later in the series, as the first pitch is behind Galgano for ball 1. But, you know, you'd think maybe they'd look at Morgan Greenwich to step in here, especially early in game 1.
Yeah, he's got the experience. He's got a knuckleball. It can be tough to hit. But And also, you know, you got to think 4-0 here in wiffle ball. It's by no means insurmountable. And you see plenty of pitchers here. You know, they have a rough first inning, and after that, they really settle down. And it didn't seem like Moses gave himself a chance to really settle in and hammer the zone a little bit.
Does go around there. Oh, it's 62 miles per hour, and it just seems like the enforcers have been living with that speed check. I'm hearing them call out speed checks more than anybody in the playoffs.
They are an honest team. They will call their own speed checks. They will call their speed checks. They are consistent.
Hey,
with
you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
I'd do the same thing if I was.
I mean, it's the World Series. You got to get every break you can get.
Absolutely. So the count is full to Galgano, 3-2.
The radar is unforgiving, so.
Pitch on the way from Schofield is high for ball 4. Schofield, back-to-back walks for him. Runners on first and second. Still nobody out in the inning. And now here's Brock Blehaus, who has not taken those sunglasses off since it turned June.
It's gonna be, you know, it's gonna be dark here soon. He's probably gonna put them on.
I mean, I'm serious. He was wearing them at the gym when I saw him the other day. It was crazy.
Brock is a big source of energy for this enforcer squad. A real spark plug in the lineup.
Ground ball over to Morgan Granich at third. He tags out Josh Gradwall for out number 1, and it's a good thing he did that because he was not going to beat Gradwall to the bag for the force.
Yeah, I don't think he anticipated the speed that Gradwall showed there. But yeah, heads up play to tag him out.
Tags out Josh Gradwall. There's one down. Runners on first and second still, and Jake Oliver will step in. Oliver so far tonight, he's 0 for 1, a couple of walks and a fly out.
Yeah, not a lot of hits for. I don't think they've had a single hit yet. It's a couple of fielder's choices and a whole bunch of walks.
Fouled off. Yeah, not too bad to be up 4 without a hit.
Yeah, and I guess on the bright side, if you're the Aces, you've thrown a combined no-hitter.
That's one way to look at it. That's one way to look at it, yeah.
The silver lining to everything.
Looking like Blake Snell against the Mariners a few weeks ago. That's low for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Now to Jake Oliver. Way outside ball 4. So that's Schofield's 3rd walk of the inning. Bases are loaded. And we go back to Josh Gradwall. Gradwall hasn't really seen a pitch he's liked so far here today. He's got 3 walks so far.
100% on base percentage for the World Series. Love that.
Respect. Is that another foul ball home run for Josh Gradwall? Absolutely.
Nobody better than him.
Home run leader in foul ball home runs, Josh Gradwall.
Unfortunately, we don't quite have the camera angle to see them all, but he really tattoos these balls, but just foul a lot.
If only he could straighten them out. 2-1.
Now, wouldn't it be something if the first home run to hit the Trevor May sign came in the World Series?
I hope so.
That'd be great.
I don't want to go all year and not hit that sign. I hit it in batting practice before a game.
Well, if you hit it and the cameras weren't rolling, did you really hit it?
We probably had at least one going, maybe. We could go back and check the film. I guarantee you we'll find it.
Yeah, I think it's in a good spot too. Guys have come close.
No, it's in a phenomenal spot. I love it.
Yeah.
So Schofield walks Gradwall, and that brings in another run. It's now 5-0 Enforcers, and you know this game just continues to go downhill for the Aces.
Yeah, and with Josh Gradwall pitching, if he continues to pitch the way he looked in the first inning, it's going to be a long game 1, and possibly game 2.
62 miles per hour, no pitch for Aaron Schofield. And that's just been the story for Schofield so far since he's come into the game. Ball's either getting away from him and it's too far outside, too far inside, or he's hitting the zone and it's too fast.
Yeah, that's why I'm going to think he's going to look at trying to, I don't know, really slow it down, throw it in. You know, if you can get it in there at about 45 or something and get a bit of an arc to it, guys aren't going to square it up. Like, you know, the eephus pitch can be a weapon.
And what it looks like early here is pitching is really going to be that question mark for this Aces squad. I mean, we know they have the offense. That's not a question. The question has always been their pitching, and Valadez has really been has been their ace all season long. And if he's not rolling for you, it's going to be a long series for this Aces team.
Yeah, it was nearly the Achilles heel for this team in the previous round against the Nighthawks, but they were able to pull it out, and it was their lineup that saved them. So they're going to, you know, they don't have to get a bunch of strikeouts or anything from their second guy, but just got to keep these runners limited and keep
Rip
it slow.
past Granich at third. Playhouse comes in to score, and Oliver right behind him. He scores as well. It's now 7-0 Enforcers in the top of the second. I mean, wow.
Yeah, that was a hard hit ball. I believe that was the first. Oh no, excuse me. That was the second base hit for the Enforcers tonight. Brock has the other one. But yeah, great hit from John there. Got a pitch he won, drove it to the wall.
Great job from Galgano driving in a pair. Playhouse, a swing and a miss. It's 1-1.
Did you say that was fast? Yeah, it was. Okay.
And Grandich has had a lot of hits hit over to him over there at third. It's the hot corner. It's tough to see some of those as that's a ball, and it's 2-0. So the strike was too fast. So for those of you at home, if you've seen a few strikeouts from what you thought were strikeouts, more than likely the reason you didn't see the strikeout is because it was a speed check. Aaron Schofield's been having a lot of those so far today, throwing above that 60-mile-per-hour speed limit.
It's a consistent issue here in the AWA, and everybody wants to keep it right around 60, but it can be hard. There's no grace with that either. 61 too fast, and 62 too fast. The radar is unforgiving in that regard.
Bases loaded, one down. Jake Oliver will now step in. Enforcers up 7-0.
So grand slam would end the inning here. Would be the 6-run limit. It was 4-0 coming into this top of the second.
That hits Oliver for a ball, and yeah, you know, it's looking more and more like a potential wash for game run for the Aces as that's popped up into the air, and Granich able to make the grab. Like some communication issues potentially between Schofield and Granich, but you know what? He makes the grab. That's what matters. 2 away.
I guess you'd rather have 2 guys there than no guys there, but still gonna make the catch.
So now here's Josh Gradwall. Gradwall has walked 4 times so far here in game 1.
He's doing his best Jack Playhouse impression. Just an on-base machine here in game 1.
Holds off, does not go around. Ball 1, ball and a strike to count. Yeah, you know, he's getting on. That's what matters. Popped up into the air, Granich underneath it, and he makes the grab for out number 3. But the Enforcers tack on 3 more runs to their lead. They lead it 7-0 as we go to the bottom of the second. So now up steps Aaron Schofield, top of the order for the Atlantic Aces, down 7 runs here in game 1. Schofield fouls that one off for a strike. And, I mean, barring an incredible collapse from Josh Gradwall in the Eastern Enforcers, 7 runs, it's tough to come back from, especially in the World Series.
It is tough, yeah. And I've always preached that no lead is safe, but in the playoffs, it's a little more difficult.
Ground ball to Jake Oliver. He throws on over to Playhouse at first and gets the out on Aaron Schofield. Schofield slipped while he was running out of the box. See the replay right there.
Would have been a close play. Aaron's got the wheels to beat that kind of play out.
And Oliver, when he saw Schofield slip, he really took his time with that thing and able to get the out.
And, you know, on the mound, it really looks like Josh has that screwball working effectively. It's a nearly an unhittable pitch when he's dialed with it. Can hit the zone consistently, and there it is again.
And you mentioned it, Alex. I mean, now Morgan Granich looking at an 0-2 count. And so far in game 1, Gradwall's just been mowing down the Aces offense. 1-2.
We're going to spit on it that time. He recognized it.
Job from Granich to hold off. Count moves here. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Just a tad outside for ball 3, full count. And that's high, so a great job from Morgan Granich. He was down 0-2, able to work a walk. He gets on.
Yeah, this is a second walk of the day. I believe he's been one of the Aces' only base runners so far tonight.
So now here's Moses Valadez, 0 for 1. He has a ground out in his first at bat. And Valadez, another guy who's very capable of getting hot.
Yeah, he's experienced hitter for sure. His bat's been a little quiet so far in the playoffs, but no better time to heat up than in the World Series.
It's another guy who, when he hits home runs, they just seem to come in bunches.
Yeah.
He hits one, well, might as well tack on a couple others because, you know, he's going to find a couple more home runs, most likely in that series. 1-2. Does well to hold off. 2 balls and 2 strikes now the count. Morgan Granich over there at first for the Aces, 1 away. Ground ball over to Jake Oliver. He fields it, throws on over to first, gets the out on Valadez. And Granich, again with the great base running, goes all the way over to third.
So 2 outs here for Jack Schull. Jack struck out his first time up. You know, he was great at extending innings for the Aces in the previous round. Looking to do it here to get it to the top of the order. I mean, he's more than capable of swinging the bat, too. Looking to bring home Morgan Granich here.
1-1, and ground ball does not go past the bunt line, and so that'll be a foul ball. Scholl got a new life here, but he's looking at an 0-2 count.
Loving the cleats he's rocking. Pretty fly.
Yeah, the lime greens. That's pretty sweet.
The Enforcers should get a few pairs of those.
They should. I might start wearing some cleats next year. Who knows? We'll see. Gradwall freezes Scholl for out number 3. No run score for the Enforcers. We go to the top of the third. Enforcers lead at 7-0.
explode away from the dock. And here we go.
Sometimes the difference between first place and second place
He's taking the lead, and he wins it.
is second effort.
He beats them all.
The Brinks Cup celebrates the athletes who never quit.
Holy smokes, and he wins.
Because quit is really just another four-letter word.
And he reclaims the lead.
The Brinks Cup.
The world champion.
Ground ball over to Morgan Granich. Throws on over to first, and it's in time to get Galgano. Wow, what a play. Granich making it happen at third. We'll take a look at it just to make sure, but, oh, yeah, he got him by a step. Wow.
That's a great play. That's
unreal.
Exactly what the Aces needed to start this inning off. It's been a long few innings, and, yeah, unbelievable play from Morgan there.
I didn't even think he had a chance at that, but he proved us all wrong. Gets the out, and that's huge. Great job from Granich. That was a sweet play. Ball one here to Brock Playhouse.
Thank God we have the field ump over there.
Popped up into the air. Schofield makes the grab in foul territory, and there's now 2 away in the top of the third.
You know, this is what you need from your number 2 guy for the Aces. I mean, it's might be too late now, but just manufacturing outs, you know, it doesn't have to be by the strikeout, but just Aaron needs to, or whoever's pitching for the Aces other than Moses needs to, you know, initiate a lot of soft contact. Trust your defense, you know.
Yeah, and you know, I don't want to jinx anything here, but I'm going to say it anyways. You know, Aaron Schofield's actually has not pitched too bad since he's come into relief from Valadez. Valadez gave up 4. Schofield's only given up 3 so far to this point.
That's a good point.
That's 3-0 to Jake Oliver, and really hope I didn't jinx this for Aaron Schofield. 3-0. That's not even close.
And
Ball
Aaron's,
4.
You know, just from a technical standpoint, Aaron's follow-through looks pretty inconsistent, not following through enough, or just kind of, you know, snake biting it a little bit at these pitches, causing him to miss the zone. You know, it's like shooting a basketball. I got to let it roll off the fingertips, you know.
And Schofield's one of those guys who, you know, when he's at third and he's throwing the ball over to first, or
it's
if
a dot
he's short,
every time.
He's throwing BBs over there, man. And then he gets on the mound and you can't seem to locate.
It's a different animal.
His pitches. We laugh about that a lot, want to know. And truly is harder than it looks for all you fans out there.
The zone isn't that big.
It's really
as much
not.
as I'd love it to be a little bit bigger.
It's really not. And it's not so much the zone. I mean, it is the zone, but the other thing is just a wiffle ball gets away from you a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You can't seem to throw in the exact spots you want it. Except for those select few in the league, of course.
Yeah, some guys just got it, man. I mean, there's not really a lot of rhyme or reason to it.
1-0 to Galgano.
The heck was that?
2-0. Way outside. It's now 3 balls, no strikes, and that hits Galgano in the back for ball 4.
Yeah,
the bases are loaded.
Maybe you did jinx him. I think after he said that, he threw 12 straight balls.
I don't know what to say anymore, man. I feel like I got to announce for the people.
We can't win up here.
I feel like I got to let the fans know what's going on. But I'm just jinxing pitchers out here. I don't know, man. What's up? You're not paying me at all.
Sun steps Brock Playhouse. He's had a productive day. Plate.
1-0.
Base hit, a walk.
2 balls, no strikes to Playhouse. Aces desperately looking for that third and final out. Way outside, now 3-0.
Sunglasses are still glued to the brim of his cap.
I'm telling you, I have not seen him without those sunglasses since the start of summer. It's crazy. Playhouse, he walks, and so a run will come in. It's now 8-0 Enforcers. And yeah, you know, the good news about losing game 1, it's a best-of-7 series. You still got opportunities.
Yeah, that's why you play the games. And the Aces there and the Enforcers, both teams are going to be able to adjust, you know, discuss in between games. I mean, if you're the Enforcers, you might not want to change too much. It worked pretty well this game.
Popped up into the air. Valadez, it drops right in front of him, but Schofield picks it up and steps on first for the third and final out. The Enforcers, they get a run. They add on to their lead. They now lead it 8-0. We go to the bottom of the third here in game 1.
It's built into every sport.
Unbelievable!
Doesn't matter if you're in an exotic location or under the glare of studio lights.
Holy smokes!
Sports are sports.
What?
And they all come jam-packed with adrenaline.
He's spinning out, and he hits the hay! He's got the seatbelt around the neck.
There's a reason it's called an adrenaline rush.
Oh my God!
And it's always rush hour on Brinks TV. The kingdom of awesomeness.
Two 2-0 to Aaron Schofield. Aces down 8 in the bottom of the third. And like we were mentioning, I mean, this game 1, it looks pretty much out of hand. Schofield swinging a miss. It's now 2-2.
I think Aaron's going to want those couple of pitches back. Those are both balls. He would have been on base.
That's why you play 7 in the World Series. Aces are going to have potentially 6 more opportunities to try to come back and win this thing. But if you're an Enforcers fan, you're feeling great. Feeling absolutely great.
Every player's contributing so far. They look solid at the plate all around. Josh is dialed early. Not much to complain about.
I mean, for the Enforcers, they win that series against you guys, the Wolfpack. That was a battle between the two teams.
It was a good series, a good competitive series. I was happy to be a part of it.
It's Aaron Schofield.
Fell short.
He gets on, but yeah, well, you guys made it further than the Pilots this year, so you guys had an incredible season, that's for sure.
Yeah, it was fun this year. Good season for the Pack.
Here's Morgan Granich. Looks at strike 1.
It's hard to. I mean, don't see it often in the AWA. This is only their 3rd time through the order.
Yeah, and I mean, it's really goes to show how well Josh Gradwell's been pitching here in game 1. I mean, he's absolutely shut down this potent Aces offense, who's been the best offense all year. And I mean, for Josh to go out there and throw a 0 up on the board so far, I mean, it's very impressive.
Yeah, for sure.
1 and 2 inside. And on the biggest stage, not to mention. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Just high there from Gradwall.
You know, it's only the second batter of the inning, but Josh really got to hammer down here and find the zone.
Hits the zone. Morgan Granich looks at strike 3 for out number 1, and that was a beauty from Josh Gradwall.
Yeah, right as I said it, finds the bottom corner, unhittable pitch, really. Don't want to, I mean, it's going to take more than a bases loaded situation for the Aces to get back into this one, but I don't want to give him any lifeline whatsoever.
Here's Valadez as he looks at ball 1, and Forcers are just a couple of outs away from taking this game 1. Valadez looks at ball 2, 2-0. Aaron Schofield over at first, 1 away. 61, a no pitch to Valadez. Count already 2-0.
Tough pitch if you're Moses. I mean, that might be the only slider you see this AB, and it was outside and fast.
And he gets a slow slider there. Gradwell able to sneak that one through.
Moses got to be kicking himself now.
Strike 1.
Jeez.
It comes back with that dirty drop. I mean, what a sequence.
Unbelievable sequence.
2 and 2. Count is 2 and 2. Valadez thought he struck out. Valadez forgot he had a speed check earlier in that bat. 2 and 2 is the count. Swing and a miss.
Never mind.
Oh, it's another speed check. Never mind. So Valadez with his second live in the at-bat. Full count.
These speed checks will kill you.
3-2 from Gradwall. And Valadez does well to hold off. He gets on.
Catches a couple of breaks there, but beautiful AB.
So now runners on first and second. Aces still looking for their first run of the World Series.
Yeah, they got a bit of a heartbeat here, you know. 2 on, 1 out.
We'll see. They got a couple outs to work with. Here's Scholl. Ground ball over to Jake Oliver. He's able to knock it down and tag out Aaron Schofield for out number 2. So a great job there from Oliver. Able to get the second out.
It's tough if you're Jack Scholl. You do your job, you know, hit the ball hard, but it's just on the ground right to Jake Oliver where the runner is.
Now here's Aaron Schofield, the last and a final hope for the Aces here in Game 1. Enforcers just an out away from a Game 1 win.
Already seeing the visibility start to drop here. It gets dark. It's only Game 1.
Yeah, we're going to be turning the lights on in Game 2.
Yeah.
1-2 to Aaron Schofield. He does not go around.
Yeah, Game 1, just under an hour so far. Running long for a 3-inning game.
Hits the zone, strike 3, and the Eastern Enforcers take game number 1 of the World Series. They win it 8-0. We'll be getting game number 2 started here momentarily, but the Enforcers with the 1-game lead. And we'll be hearing from Molly Foley shortly as she'll have her interview between games 1 and 2. We'll be back in a moment for that. We're going to send it down to Molly Foley, who's got Brock Blehaus of the Eastern Enforcers.
All right, what's up, ballers? Thank you, Mark. I'm here now on the sideline after a very exciting Game 1 of our AWA 2024 World Series. Enforcers came out on top against the Aces. Brock, walk us through that first game.
I think my team is carrying me personally. I am definitely on their shoulders, but feels good to be back. Missed the field, had to go on a big sabbatical, get my mind right. Been in Costa Rica for 4 months.
Wow, yeah, Brock, that's an incredible return to action here tonight. Walk us through that time away and how your transition has been so far coming back.
Did a lot of meditating, a lot of stretching, a lot of yoga, a lot of hot yoga and cold yoga. And it feels good. I feel like my body is younger and I can run again.
Now, all very important things here to wiffle ball success. Brock, how do we see the Enforcers coming out on top in Game 2 again tonight?
Game 2, probably going to be the same thing as Game 1. I wouldn't be too worried about getting up, going to the bathroom for a while, because the Enforcers are going to keep smacking the Aces.
All right, wishing you best of luck, Brock, and we'll send it back up to the booth to Mark to get things going now for Game 2. From the sideline in Edmonds, it's Molly Foley.
Morgan.
Yo, that's crazy.
Watch it on the way to work. Jack. Chance Justice.
Probably Cluxton.
Chance Justice. Chance. I still gotta go Barrett. I'm still gonna say Barrett. That'd be Grant Newman probably.
It's your brother, honestly.
Mark.
Brock.
Brock Blehaus. Brock.
Yeah.
Josh Gradwell.
Who could not date my daughter? Zach Iloff.
Trey Cluxton. Probably Brock.
I'd let everybody date my daughter because they're all fine young gentlemen.
Me.
Topanga.
Who's that?
Boy Meets World, dude.
Beyonce.
Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, Selena Gomez.
Kate Upton.
Megan Fox.
Lucy Liu.
A bunny from Looney Tunes. Yeah,
Oh.
you know what I mean? Yeah. Also Rip McEntire. Mother.
Ew.
That's your mother.
Dude. I can't post any of it.
Oh, Kate Upton.
Can I say my wife?
Jennifer Lopez.
Kimberly, Pink Power Ranger.
Nice.
Margot Robbie.
Selena Gomez.
Selena Gomez.
Selena Gomez.
Kendall Jenner.
So we're here for the start of game 2. Ground ball to Josh Gradwell, jump throw to first, and Brock Playhouse just can't hang on. Aaron Schofield on with the infield single, but wow, almost a great play from Josh Gradwell. Jump throw over to first. Playhouse had it initially, but just couldn't hold on. So the Aces, they're down a game, lost game 1, 8-0. This is their opportunity to try to come back and tie this series up at a game apiece here in game 2.
What'd I miss?
You missed a pretty almost cool play from Josh Gradwell. Jump throw over to first, but Aaron Schofield, infield single.
Love that.
And you know how it is. Great grab, Alex.
I got Jerry Rice hands up here.
Pitch on the way to Greenwich, and he goes around. 61 miles per hour, a no pitch. So Morgan Greenwich looking to get hot here in game 2. This whole Aces offense is looking to get hot in game 2.
Yeah, they were shut out in game 1. Didn't really have much to show for it in terms of offense.
Pitch to Greenwich, and he strikes out for the first out in the top of the first. 1 down. Now here's Moses Valadez. So Moises, his first at bat of game 2, looks at ball 1. Who do you think is going to be the X factor here in this World Series, Alex?
I think it's got to be Moses for the Aces. I mean, pitching-wise, obviously, but he's a real difference maker at the plate, and if he can get his bat going, this Aces lineup is, a force to be reckoned with. And the enforcer side, I think the X factor is, might be Brock, honestly. I mean, Brock, we saw the enforcers playing with only 3 guys last series, but if Brock can, have some quality ABs and, show off that power we know he has, the enforcers lineup is also pretty dangerous.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I'd say Moses Valadez for sure for the Aces. I mean, if you don't have his pitching, it's going to be a long series for this Aces team. For the enforcers, I might disagree with you on Brock Playhouse's Oliver. What a play, able to throw on over to first, get the out on Valadez. He went down to one knee, slid, and still got the out. It was pretty sweet.
Aaron moving up to third on the play.
But yeah, for the enforcers, I don't know if I agree with you on the Brock, but I see where you're going with that for sure. I think it's John Galgano.
Oh yeah.
I think if Galgano, he's been really hot on offense in the playoffs, and if he continues that in the World Series, I mean, this enforcers team is pretty unstoppable when you got the two-headed monster of Josh Gradwell and Jake Oliver pitching.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, if you add Galgano in there as well as ground ball over to Jake Oliver, he bobbles it, and the Aces, they strike first here in game 2. They lead at 1-0.
Jack Schull just continues his productivity for the Aces lineup. I mean, it's, not always the big booming home runs, but, base hit here, a walk here, He's been an on-base machine for this Aces team.
That's huge for Jack Schull. He gets the first RBI for the Aces in the World Series. Aaron Schofield holds off for ball 1. It's a strike on the lower part of the zone to Schofield, and the count is now a ball and a strike. But it's good to see Jack Schull with that hit right there, driving the game's first run for the Aces. If they can get him hot like he was in games 4 and 5 of the previous round, I mean, this Aces team they'll be tying this series up pretty quick. 1-2. Schofield holds off.
And the Aces, you know, they got to capitalize when they get runners in scoring position. It doesn't happen often on Josh Gradwall.
Right back to Josh Gradwall. And Aaron Schofield out at first for route number 3. But the Aces, they strike first. They lead it 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the first inning.
When it comes down to the wire, down to the last out, down to the last lap,
He blasts into first.
down to the last gasp. When every second counts. Win every second.
Huge crash. I've never seen anything like this.
The Brinks Cup. Brought to you by Brinks TV, the kingdom of awesomeness.
Moses Valadez, he's starting game 2 for the Aces.
Back up on the mound, a rough game 1. Couldn't find the zone, but you know, good few pitches here, 1-2 count.
1-2 to Oliver, popped up into the air. Moses Valadez underneath it, and he'll make the grab for out number 1, 1 away. And yeah,
great start for Moses. Big out there. I mean, he walked the bases loaded in game 1 to start off, and then pulled himself.
Yeah, just didn't have his stuff early in game 1. I was still shocked to see him pull himself so fast. I mean, with it being the World Series and all. But I guess maybe he's thinking, hey, if I'm available later in the series, that'll be for the best. And so hopefully Valadez can keep this good start going, so that the Aces can try to secure this game 2 win. 2-1. It's outside. 3 balls, 1 strike. Ball 4. Josh Gradwall works a walk.
You know, I guess I could tell Moses the same thing I was saying to these other Aces pitchers. You know, it's okay to trust your defense a little bit. You don't have to rely on the strikeout. I mean, you know, it feels good striking guys out. It looks cool, but, you know, sometimes you can, you know, just trust your defense. You know, you got a great third baseman over there, Aaron Schofield. Morgan's more than capable at second base, and well, I guess he's at first base this game.
And Jack Scholl, he's made some really good plays out there in the field, as well as Galgano goes around. 1-2. Popped up in foul territory, and Morgan Granich, I think, makes the catch. Makes the catch. Made it behind the house. I can't see that. So
that's a tough break.
Makes the grab 2 away. Ball 2, 2-2 is the count to Brock Playhouse. Swing and a miss for Brock Playhouse. He strikes out for round number 3. And the Aces get out of the bottom of the first. No runs score. Aces lead it 1-0 as we go to the top of the second. First pitch is outside to Morgan Granich, ball 1. Wanted to the count to Morgan Granich as he looks at ball outside, and the count is now 2-2.
And Morgan, in game 1, he had a lot of good ABs against Josh. He's starting to see these pitches well. Now drew a few walks. I mean, you still haven't seen the Aces make really solid contact, but gotta love the situation they're in right now. 1-0 lead. Moses looks like he's pitching pretty well here in game 2.
2-2 the count to Granich, and that's high. Count is full, 3-2. But yeah, I mean, Aces, it was huge for them to finally score their first run of the World Series. They lead it 1-0 here in game 2. As Granich gets on.
That was a bold take there that just missed inside.
And I mean, for Gradwall so far, up to this point, he's only given up the 1 run. Had a shutout in game 1. As the Enforcers won that game 8-0.
We'll have to check the stats. He might have thrown a no-hitter in game 1.
I no longer comment on that because people get too frustrated with you and I do.
It's our job to tell the people what's going on.
I also am not necessarily looking at the stats all the time, so sometimes I don't know. And that's low, so 2-0 to Moses Valadez.
I think the announcer's jinx is only a thing if you really believe in it.
I don't believe in it. Should we just start saying jinx this whole time? Like, Josh Gradwell will give up 5 runs in this. No, I'm kidding. All right. Moses Valadez, he's on with a walk, and there's now runners on first and second for the Aces. Jack Scholl to the plate. Scholl 1 for 1 with an RBI single so far in this game. Been the difference so far. So now here's a pitch from Josh Gradwell, as that's low for a ball 1-0.
Josh got to find a way to keep this lead close, get some outs here.
Fouled off by Scholl, 1-1. Hits the top part of the zone. Strike. Excellent catch, Alex, back here. Just a vacuum, man. I'm telling you.
Wish it translated to the field.
And Scholl looks at strike 3. Out number 1. One away. Back to the top of the order for the Aces we go. Aaron Schofield will step in. Schofield 1 for 2. Single and a ground out so far. Aces would love to add on to this 1-0 lead. 1-0. Low for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes to Schofield.
Could say it's a pair of balls.
You could say that. Schofield hits the tree. Strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. And that's fouled off.
Great job to foul that pitch off. He was fooled on that one.
That was a heck of a pitch from Gradwell. 2-2. Aaron Schofield is not down on strikes.
Saved by the bell.
61 miles per hour, too fast. 2-2.
Good job to hold off there. And Aaron really strikes a pose every time he checks his swing. Drops down to the knee. You know, nearly lets go of the bat.
He's just trying to, he's been there before.
He's been there. He's an experienced
hitter. He's been there
hitter.
before, yeah.
Lifelong ball player.
I like the headband.
It's got the aesthetic, yeah. I was just going to say.
I think I might start wearing a headband next year.
Headband, eye black, you're just going to be.
Yeah, I might start swagging it out a little bit next year. We'll see.
You know, look good, feel good, you know.
Yeah.
If you feel good, you play good.
You got to hide the hairline some way, you know what I mean?
That's what the hats are for.
Bases are loaded for the Aces. Morgan Granich to the plate. Granich, a walk and a strikeout thus far in Game 2.
Big spot here. The Aces need to capitalize on this bases loaded situation. Got to get a couple of runs here and extend the lead. Enforcer's offense has looked good in Game 1. It's only a matter of time before they pick it up here in Game 2, one would think.
Whenever you get bases loaded, less than 2 outs, you gotta score at least 1, preferably 2 or more.
I agree.
That's fouled back, and the count is 2-1 to Morgan Granich. inside for ball 3. And after that tough start for the Aces in game 1, they lost it 8-0. So far here in game 2, they're rolling as Morgan Granich. Strike right there, count is full.
That's a tough pitch. That pitch was inside, and Morgan just swung over the top of it.
It's been really dark so far here for game 2. It's only 7:20 Pacific time out here in Edmonds, Washington. And Granich works the walk, and that'll drive in another run for the Aces. They now lead it 2-0 in the top of the second.
I mentioned the darkness. You know, game 2 is 20 minutes so far. Usually these 3-inning games take about 25, 30 minutes. So game 3 is going to be tough for the hitters. Tough to see the ball.
I mean, we're here in October. I mean, generally, we always finish the season before October even starts. So this is very rare to be seeing wiffle ball in October for the AWA. Want to know?
Yeah, it's been a big year for the AWA. Took a little bit more time this year.
Yeah. Been some good games. A lot of conflicts, though. It's hard to get everybody on the same schedule. But always fun when we're able to get everybody out here for games. 2-1.
Ooh, that was a pitch you want to swing at if you're the batter there. Moses is going to want that one back. Against Josh Gradwell, you don't get many of those.
And Gradwell threw an identical pitch to Valadez last game, and he was able to sneak it in there for a strike, able to do it again here. Valadez holds off. So the count is now full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Valadez. Call was originally a strikeout, so that's out number 2. We were having a conversation of whether or not it was a speed check, but it's not. So 2 away, Jack Scholl to the plate. 1-0. Swung on and missed. A ball and a strike. Now to Scholl. And that's high. 2 balls, 1 strike to Scholl.
Sometimes the radar picks up the swing, and we have to kind of figure out within reason what the rating is.
Well, and just given the situation, I mean, you want to make sure that you're right, especially in the World Series, in a critical situation in the ball game. And Scholl works a walk, so the Aces, they get another run, and it's now 3-0. And
this marathon will continue with 2 outs.
And that's big. We mentioned when you got the bases loaded, less than 2 outs, you want to get 2 in, and that's exactly what the Aces have done. I know there's 2 outs now, but previously when we were speaking about that. So they got their 2 runs. I'd love to get more than
We'll call it the Mark threshold.
Yeah, I like that.
The bases loaded. Mark's bases loaded threshold.
I wish the Mariners could implement that into their game plan. I don't know about you, but I'm just getting really excited to listen to Jerry DiPoto talk about how the season went.
Oh, they already did. They're not going to spend any more money. They're not going to.
Did I miss that conversation?
I think so. Maybe they're not going to go after Juan Soto or.
Rip past Jake Oliver. That'll be an RBI single for Aaron Schofield, and the Aces add on one more. They lead it 4-0.
It's been a rough inning for Gradwell here, but on the bright side, that was about the first hard hit ball the Aces have had all night, and it was basically a ground ball. So they're still haven't really driven one out of here, driven one even close to the wall. So yeah, I mean, I still think you gotta like where you're sitting if you're Josh Gradwell.
Yeah, and it really seems like for these two teams, what really killed the Aces in Game 1 was all the walks they gave up, and now what's really killing the Enforcers here in Game 2 is the walks from Gradwell. As Granich fouls that one off, 2-1.
Yeah, and these Aces hitters are really settling in. They're seeing these pitches better. They're getting fooled less here in Game 2 by that sinker, screwball, whatever you want to call it specifically.
Inside to Granich, ball 3, 3-1 the count. Gradwell misses inside, so that'll walk in another run for the Aces. It's now 5-0 in the top of the second. I mean, we're going to have to see here if Josh Gradwell can settle down here, get out of this situation, limit the lead to just 5, and get back up to the plate and start hitting. Aces have scored 4 so far in the top of the second. They have 2 more to work with unless it's via the home run. Inside ball 2 to Valadez.
Now usually we frown upon just taking walks in the regular season, but in the World Series it's a little different. If he can't throw a strike consistently, you have no incentive to swing the bat. You can take your walks, take your runs.
Anything goes in the playoffs. You take your walks when you get them. You get on, you try to get as many runs as you possibly can. As Valadez with the 4-pitch walk, it's now 6-0 Aces.
So the Aces have, this will be the last batter regardless. It was 1-0 coming in with the 6-run limit here in inning number 2.
6-0. Jack Scholl stepping up to the plate. And yeah, it's been kind of a weird World Series so far. Game 1 was lopsided in Forster's way, and now so far Game 2 is lopsided for the Aces. 2-0 to Jack Scholl. Scholl helps out Gradwell right there. Chases that pitch. It's 2-1. Scholl again chasing the pitch, and it's now 2-2. That hits Scholl on the shoulder. Ball 3, full count now to Scholl. One more run would end the inning. It'd be the 6-run limit. Or if Josh Gradwell is able to strike out Jack Scholl right here. They could keep this lead at only 6. Full count to Scholl. That's high, and that'll walk in the 6th and final run of the top of the second. The Aces, they lead it 7-0 as we go to the bottom of the second inning in Game 2. First pitch to Jake Oliver is fouled back. Strike one. One and two to Jake Oliver, and that's inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2-1 Oliver. 62, so Oliver bailed out by the speed check right there. 2-1 will remain the count. Forster's down 7 runs. Bottom of the second. What a change of events it's been. Been a weird World Series so far. We really haven't had a close game yet.
Yeah, I mean, the same issues the Aces had in Game 1, the Enforcers are having in Game 2.
Great grab, Alex.
Fantastic.
Consistently doing it up here, man. I never get any foul balls over here. I'm out of the way, I guess. Ball 4 to Jake Oliver after a long fought at bat. Able to work the walk and get on. There you go. In steps Josh Gradwall for the Eastern Enforcers. Gradwall so far here this evening. Got a walk. Been doing a lot of walking.
Yeah, it's been the story of the World Series so far. Not a lot of base hits.
Might have gotten a mile in already. You never know.
Yeah. I've yet to see a home run.
It's been a walk fest on both sides of the ball. 1-2. Ground ball over to Aaron Schofield. The shorty flips to Scholl at second, and it gets on by Scholl, so Oliver will advance to third. Surprising decision there from Aaron Schofield. I mean, you want to get the lead runner in that situation for sure, but Oliver was pretty much there already, it looked like.
Yeah, I got to get the easy out. Yeah, just a ill-advised decision there. Jack Scholl wasn't really covering there.
Especially with the speed of Jake Oliver.
Yeah.
I mean,
even if he was, yeah, he might have beat the toss over.
You know Jake's sliding.
Yeah. Got to get the outs when you can get them. You know, in the AWA, sometimes that means sacrificing a base runner's good position, I guess, or even a run. You know, these innings can go on for a long time, as we've seen so far here in games 1 and 2.
Ball 4 to Galgano, and he's on. Bases are loaded for the Enforcers. Brock Playhouse will step up to the plate.
Big opportunity for Brock here. Can cut this lead in half with 1 swing.
What am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to announce.
First
1-0.
First pitch way outside from Moses. Went back to the well and got Brock to swing at that one.
1-1. Somehow he holds off of that one. 2-1. Two and one. Hits the zone. Brock probably should have swung at that one. 2-2.
I don't know, it looked like he leaned into that one.
Balk. 3-2. Hits the zone, strike 3. And there's the squeal from Brock Playhouse. We all know and love.
Yeah, the neighbors here gotta be a fan of that.
That's the That is by far the best thing we can play after a strikeout. Pitches inside to Jake Oliver for a ball. 1-0. Way outside from Valadez. There's now 2 balls. High for ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. And that hits the zone.
Don't want to give him any shot. Don't give him any sense of hope.
Inside ball 4 to Oliver. That'll bring in the first run for the Enforcers. It's now 7-1 Aces here in the bottom of the second. First pitch is fouled off by Josh Gradwall, strike 1. Second pitch is inside. Ripped up the middle, hits off the fence. Brock Playhouse comes in to score. Galgano will come in to score, and Gradwall with a 2 RBI double. Forsters get a couple of runs back, and it's now 7-3 Aces.
Well, things get mighty interesting here. You know, lead is cut to 4 now. Runners in scoring position, it's only 1 out. Moses is going to have to really lock in here if he wants to escape this jam.
Valadez had a great first inning in game 2, but so far been struggling to find that zone. Inning number 2. 1-2 to Galgano. Aces desperately need another out. Ripped out to left. It's got a chance. Aaron Schofield drops the ball at the wall, and Jake Oliver comes in to score.
Very unfortunate error for the Aces there. That was a big out. You know, it looked like the runner at third was going to tag regardless, but big missed opportunity for the Aces.
A very rare error from Aaron Schofield on what should have been an easy flyout. Instead, it turns into a run for the Enforcers with still only 1 out. This is crazy as it brings the tying run to the plate. Popped up into the air, Aaron Schofield underneath it, and he'll catch that one. It's out number 2, 2 away.
Unfortunate for the Aces, that would have ended the inning, but that error could come back to bite him.
That was really unfortunate for Aaron Schofield and the Aces, because that would have got him out of this inning.
Yeah, it was lined up well to make that play, you know, playing awfully deep over there.
First pitch to Oliver is outside, ball 1. Second pitch hits Oliver for ball 2, 2-0. Low and outside, 3 balls, no strikes. Inside, ball 4, a 4-pitch walk to Oliver, and the bases are loaded.
Yeah, go-ahead run coming to the plate for the Enforcers here. Rough inning for the Aces all around. Josh Gradwell had a double his last time up. Brought in a couple of runs. Looking to do that again here.
Pitch on the way to Josh Gradwell is high. Ball 1. Gradwell swinging a miss. 1-1 the count. Ripped over to Aaron Schofield. He throws the second, and it's in time to get Jake Oliver for out number 3. We'll take a look at it just to make sure. And the call on the field is confirmed. He is out at second, but the Enforcers get 4 runs in the bottom of the second. Aces lead at 7-4 as we go to the final inning here in Game 2. Ground ball past Josh Gradwell on the mound. Aaron Schofield is on with an infield single.
Yeah, John Galgano playing awfully far from second base there. Curious position there. Just Aaron kind of poked that into no man's land.
I always wonder about where John Galgano shifts, but last series he was in the exact right spot that he needed to be a few times, so I no longer question him anymore.
Yeah, I was not a fan of that. I hit it to him every time.
Oh yeah, that was you. Yeah, that's
both
right,
both of my would have been hits.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's tough.
It was a rough
man.
series for me.
Maybe you don't hit it there next time. I don't know.
I guess. the first pitch was a no pitch.
Oh, 0-1.
The first one was fast, right?
0-1 here to Greenwich. Swing and a miss for strike 2. 0-2. Oh, 2 on the way. It's the top part of the zone.
Great catch, Mark.
Strike 3. Thank you. 1 down in the top of the third. Now here's Moses Valadez. Aces would love to extend this lead. Lead it by 3.
Can always use insurance runs here.
First pitch is outside. Ground ball over to Jake Oliver. He slides. Still's got an opportunity for Valadez, but Brock Playhouse can't hold on. So Valadez is in there at first, and Schofield goes on over to third. Runners at the corners, and now here's Jack Scholl. It's a really close play. Oliver bobbled it. Still had an opportunity to get Valadez, but unfortunately, throw was too hot for Brock Playhouse to make a catch. Valadez is in there. 1-1.
Jack Scholl with a productive game 2 so far. Single and a couple of walks. Driven the Aces' first run.
Pitch is low. 2 balls, 1 strike to Scholl.
Jack Scholl's just got a great eye.
This guy who gets on base.
Yeah.
You respect that.
Yeah.
That's high for ball 4. So Scholl gets on again. And the bases are loaded. Aaron Schofield up to the plate. Schofield so far in game 2, he's 3 for 4. 3 singles, a ground out, and a walk. Pretty impressive showing so far here in game 2 for Schofield. They'd love to get a few more runs in here now.
Bases loaded, 1 out. Let's see if they can reach the mark threshold of 2 runs.
I love that. I'm going to trademark that. That's high, 2-0. Schofield
Feel that swing from up here.
Swung on and missed, and the count is 2-1. Does not go around. 3 balls, 1 strike. Big cut. Strike 2. Full count to Schofield. Bases loaded, 1 out. Here in the top of the 3rd, Aces lead it by 3. Fouled off. Full count. Pitch from Gradwall. 61 miles per hour, thank goodness, because Aaron Schofield hit the strike zone and impeded his
that would have been a strikeout, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've done that before.
Yeah, we don't really have catcher's interference here.
I've never felt like more of a dingus in my life. Full count to Aaron Schofield, thankfully bailed out by the speed check right there. So we go again, 3-2. Fouled off, and Schofield just battling in there. High, Schofield wins the battle. He works the walk, and another run comes in for the Aces. They now lead at 8-4. 8-4 in the top of the 3rd. 1 away. Morgan Greenwich now up for the Aces. Aces got that insurance run they were looking for, but would love to get some more. First pitch is fouled off by Greenwich. That second pitch is low and inside. Ball and a strike to Greenwich. Bases are loaded. Only 1 down. That's high from Gradwall, 2-1. Greenwich. Big swing and a miss from him. And the count now moves 2 balls and 2 strikes. Strike 3 to Morgan Greenwich. Out number 2. And now Moses Valadez is going to step in, looking to help himself out.
We did good. We did good. I think we went about 8 innings without saying that.
I had to say it, man. I had to say it. It had to be done. Popped up into the air, and it's going to be out of reach of Josh Gradwall. It's a strike. 0-1. Aces have gotten a run so far in the inning. They lead it by 4.
Need 1 more to reach the threshold.
There's a ball 1-1. Will they get there?
That's all that matters right now.
Low and inside, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two 1 on the way, and that's outside. 3 balls, 1 strike. Now to Valadez. Gradwall taking his time, figuring out his pitch. Pitch on the way, and that's outside for ball 4. So Moises Valadez works a walk, and it's now 9-4 Aces. They got there.
They did.
You love to see it.
You really do. You really do. Love to see teams capitalizing on their opportunities.
Jack Scholl now stepping in.
Drew walk his last time up. It's been that kind of day for Jack. A single and 3 walks and a strikeout. But they're all meaningful walks.
Yeah.
Big spots.
Yeah, doing his job for this Aces squad. 0-1. Quick 0-2 now to Jack Scholl. Enforcers trying to get out of it. They're down 5. But by no means are they out of this game too. 0-2. Scholl does well to hold off. One, two, hits the zone. Jack Scholl strikes out to end the inning. But the Aces add on a couple of runs. They lead at 9-4 as we go to the bottom of the 3rd. Strike 1 to John Galgano. He looks at ball 1. Right there, 1-1 the count. Aces 3 outs away from tying this series up. Pitch at the zone. Ball 2 strikes. Just high.
So Moses changes delivery up there. Really stepping towards third base on that riser.
That's high. Full count to Galgano. Popped up in the foul territory. Gets out of play. Count remains full.
Should I get a McChicken or a McDouble tonight? For McDonald's.
Why not both?
Yeah, oh yeah, that's true. I'm gonna get both, but should I get...
Hit the zone, strike 3. Galgano strikes out for out number 1. 1 down, and the Aces are now just 2 outs away. Up steps Brock Blehouse. But yeah, to your point, Alex, definitely going with the McChicken and a McDouble. Okay, here I will change your McChicken perspective right now, okay? So,
because I'm getting 2 of 1. I'm not getting 1 of each.
There's some additions that you can add to McChickens. Ground ball over to Aaron Schofield at short. He throws on over to first, and it's in time to get Brock Blehouse for out number 2. 2 away now in the bottom of the 3rd, and the Aces are just an out away now from tying this series to game apiece. But no, so I found out like a year ago that you can add cheddar cheese to a spicy McChicken, put bacon on it. Dude, it's a game changer. Didn't even know you could do that. I was ordering on the app one time, and I was like, oh, you can add stuff to them? I thought you just had to get them as is.
Try it. Yeah, I'm a big as-is guy with the McChicken. I usually either get 2 hot and spicies or 2 McDoubles, whichever, I'm feeling that night.
Ground ball over to Aaron Schofield. He throws to first, the jump throw, and oh my goodness, that was so close. We're calling him safe, but we're going to take a look at this. Wow. That'd be the play of the year if that holds up. We'll be talking this over. We'll be back in a second.
Dude.
And when the call on the field is reversed, Jake Oliver is out at first. The Aces, they take game 2. Final score of 9-4. Oh my goodness.
That might have been the play of the year from Aaron Schofield to end the game.
Yeah, that was
wow.
really unbelievable.
Oh, my Lord.
But the furthest throw
That
you could
was
possibly make to first
crazy.
base.
Jake Oliver out at first. The Aces have tied this series up a game apiece. And oh my goodness, if you missed that final play, please go check it out. That was incredible from Aaron Schofield to tie this series up. Wow. So we will have Game 3 action here tonight. We're going to try to wrap up the World Series by tomorrow evening. We'll get Game 3 started here momentarily. But before we do, we're going to send it down to Molly Foley, who's got Aaron Schofield, who just made that fantastic play.
Thank you, Mark. What's up, ballers? That is right. We are here at the end of our Game 2 in tonight's 2024 AWA World Series. The Aces just tied things up 1-1 in the series now against the Enforcers. Aaron, walk us through Game 2 and how your team was able to bounce back after a rough start in the first series.
Well, yeah, we got smoked in Game 1, 8-0, so it was nice just to put up a bunch of runs early. I'm just hoping that we can keep the bats hot. They have a really good pitching staff on that team, and we just got to keep things rolling.
Now, I know the Aces have been victim to a bit of commentary out there in our AWA fandom, Instagram, etc. What do you have to say to the folks out there, both your supporters and maybe those who might not be rooting for your team tonight?
I mean, I appreciate the haters just as much as I appreciate the fans. You know, it fires us up, and, you know, ain't nothing to be happy about until we win this series.
All right, Aaron, wishing you the best of luck here tonight in Game 3 as we'll finish things up with the final game this evening. I'll send it back up to the booth to Mark to get things started. And reporting live from the sideline in Edmonds, it's Molly Foley. Thank you.
Jake Oliver lines out to Jack Scholl for the first out here in game 3. We're still getting set up. I didn't realize we were going.
Yeah, I was checking the stats from last game. That's why. Here, we got game 3 action coming at you. Game 3 of the World Series. We're all tied up at a game apiece.
And Moses going again for the Aces. You know, didn't only pitched the 1 inning in game 1.
Ground ball to Aaron Schofield. He bobbles it. As Josh Gradwell gets on with a single.
And Aaron made that unbelievable play to end game 2. That one looked like Josh was going to beat that one out. Aaron was playing awfully deep out there at third base.
So here's John Galgano. We found out between games 2 and 3. It's Galgano's birthday today. Happy birthday
to John
Galgano. Pretty cool.
Archbishop Murphy graduate, along with myself.
It's pretty cool.
Shout out to the Wildcats.
Growl.
That one ripped to the wall. In steps Brock Playhouse, who looks at strike 1.
Ground ball over to Moses Valdez. He flips on over to first. It gets the third and final out.
That's out number 2.
I mean, out number, that's what I meant, out number 2.
Oh, God, I was like, no shot.
So, run will come in to score for the Enforcers. Now lead a 1-0 in the bottom of the first.
God, so clutch. I'm such a clutch player for that.
Oh, that's right.
1-0 runner on third. It's John Galgano. Now here's Jake Oliver.
What's that stuff we used to drop?
1-0.
Yeah, diet, yeah. Just go buy like 50 bags.
It's side ball 2, 2 balls, no strikes. It's long inside for ball 3. 3-0 now to Jake Oliver. 4-pitch walk. Oliver is on. So the Enforcers score first here in game 3. This will be the third and final game of the evening. We'll resume the World Series again tomorrow night. Swing and a miss from Gradwell. One to Gradwell. Big swing and a miss for strike 2. A ball and 2 strikes. Ground ball over to Aaron Schofield. He bobbles it, gets away from him, and Jake Oliver moves on over to third. So runners at the corners. Still for the Enforcers, a run comes in, and it's now 2-0. Nothing in the top of the first. Popped up into the air, Jack Scholl underneath it, and he makes the grab for out number 3. But the Enforcers score 2 runs in the top of the first. Go to the bottom of the first. Enforcers lead it 2-0.
sliding. The last game was a little bit more severe. The other one's my toes are oh yeah, they're so hecky. I can find that oh yeah, I'll never that is the most foul in the genre. 65.
Didn't make it to the point, bud. Sorry.
That's about 90% no, I went to doctor and I said, Mark, what's the score? 2-0. So when I broke my wrist, he ran the most foul order. I guarantee you that was nothing on the side. So it's just kind of floating. He goes to McDonald's, 5 eggs nothing, right? And if he goes home, he makes the donut. It's right here. So, like when I said, when I'm hitting the golf ball, and my arm comes down, that's what I did. This is really that's why are you that's wild. Yeah, so your elbows kind of curl up and then this where everything attaches. On this one, just twist it off. It's a small piece. But it's 62.
Yeah, it looks hot. It looks hot.
It doesn't really bother me so much except when I golf into the fire.
Under 60.
Outside ball one to Aaron Schofield. And that hits the zone for strike one. A ball and a strike to Schofield.
I played 2 rounds since August. When I played, when you guys because the Achilles, I just stopped. I got off my deck and was up.
Yeah, it's funny when he said, there's somebody that he pulled out now. I went out to refresh my
That changeup hits the zone. Aaron Schofield wanted nothing to do with it. And Jake Oliver able to sneak that one in there for a strike. It's now 2-2 to Aaron Schofield. As you can see, Jake Oliver starting on the mound here in Game 3 for the Enforcers. Josh Gradwell started the first 2 games for the Enforcers.
3-2.
Count is now 3-2.
See Jake mixing up the velo here. He's a savvy veteran here. You know, a bit different approach from Josh Gradwell.
3-2 on the way, and that's outside to Aaron Schofield. Ball 4. So he gets on for the Aces. Now here we go with Morgan Granich.
I've only seen a couple of that's the greatest person. Well, there's probably a little bit of that. Watching you guys, they see that coming and they just completely overcommit. It's funny watching them screw themselves into the ground.
1-1 to Granich.
So what percentage of pitches from this league are
Three and 1 to Granich.
That's fouled out. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And that's ball 4 to Morgan Greenwich. He works a walk. Jake Oliver started game 3. Has started game 3 off with 2 walks, back-to-back walks. Moises Valadez now stepping up to the plate.
And you know, these Enforcers pitchers, Josh Gradwell and Jake Oliver, they've held the Aces bats in check, it seems like. Not a lot of hard contact. They're giving up too many walks.
Swing and a miss for Valadez, 0-1 the count. Pitches outside. A ball and a strike to Valadez. Valadez, another swing and a miss. Ball and 2 strikes. Now the count. Valadez holds off for ball 2, 2-2. And that's way outside from Oliver. Gets away from him there. Full count now to Valadez. 2-1 and nobody out. That hits the knob of the bat. Such an unfortunate situation for Valadez and the Aces. Wow. That would have been ball 4. Now here we go, 3-2. Hits the top part of 62. Speed check. Too fast on the gun. So we're going to go again at 3-2.
To figure out how we can see the radar faster so we're not as fooled by these speed checks.
I agree. Just high to Valadez, and he walks. So that's back to back to back. Walks now for Oliver. And here comes Jack Scholl. Yeah, we definitely need to try to get a radar gun back here so that we can see what this.
Yeah, I mean it's set up here, but we can't really.
Oh yeah.
Read it. I mean, like.
We could like move it over. I guess.
Yeah, we're relying on the players yelling at us. I was caught off guard by that one, admittedly.
We're never caught off guard either, so you know that one was crazy.
Yeah.
Strike 1.
So nobody out here.
Just high to Scholl, ball and a strike. One on one. Just inside to Scholl. And the count now moves to 2 balls and 1 strike. Hits the zone. It's in there. Strike 2. 2-2 now to Scholl. Bases loaded. Aces down 2 runs. Bottom of the first inning. Hits the zone. Strike 3. Jack Scholl down on strikes for out number 1. And now up steps Aaron Schofield.
Bases loaded, 1 out here. They gotta get 2 runs to reach the mark threshold.
Absolutely.
Also to tie this one up, more importantly for the Aces.
Yeah. No doubt. 15 minutes into the game, we're still in the first.
Love that.
At this rate, we'll be playing until 9 p.m.
Yeah, not a. It's past my bedtime.
Feels like I just got home from work and now I have to go right back tomorrow. It's crazy. Crazy how that works.
It's like being a Severed worker. You've watched Severance?
No.
It's a great show. Fantastic. It's coming
What
back
do
soon.
you got any recommendations, man? I just finished Peaky Blinders.
Ooh, you know, I just finished watching a Midnight Mass on Netflix.
Okay.
It's a bit of an odd show, but it's pretty good. It hooked me.
All right.
You know, it's got some horror vibes a little bit, but nothing too spooky. Definitely would recommend for those viewers 17 and up.
Okay.
I don't know what our audience is right now, what the demographic is.
Schofield is swinging a miss. It's now 3-1. Yeah, the show that I've been thinking about watching was there's this new show called The Penguin on.
I heard of that. I want to watch
HBO.
it on HBO.
I want to watch that. I've heard really good things.
I was a big fan of that Robert Pattinson Batman.
Yeah. That was good stuff. Aaron Schofield works the walk, and so first run for the Aces comes on in to score. It's now 2-1.
And you know, the Golden Bachelorette, pretty good.
All right. Are you now? Do you watch the Golden Bachelorette by yourself? Or do you watch it with your girlfriend?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, so we watched the first episode. I never actually watched The Bachelor or The Bachelorette before. I didn't realize there was like 30 people.
Oh yeah.
And so
it's crazy.
And so she's been watching them, and I was like, okay, I'll tune in when there's about 12.
Oh yeah.
12 left.
No, see, Maddie and I were watching Love Island. So.
Oh yeah, couldn't get into that one,
dude. Odell's brother's on this one.
As in the receiver?
Yeah, his brother.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty cool. No pitch on the last one. 1-0. 2-0. Excuse me. Yeah, man. Love the reality TV. I really do.
It's addicting.
Yeah.
And same with Selling Sunset.
Oh, dude.
That's a good
dude. Don't even get dude. The real estate show. Oh, absolutely. I'm in on those. Ball 4 to Morgan Granich. So he works a walk. It's now 2-2 here in the bottom of the first.
Still only 1 out. Jake's really got to settle in here.
Yeah,
I'm sure they'd love not to.
Continue to come here in game 3.
Yeah, I'm sure they'd love to save a few innings for Josh Caradwell. He's their true ace.
So now here's Moises Valadez. Ground ball does not get past the bunt line.
I believe it was foul ball. Leg.
Oh.
I think.
It's a foul ball.
Tell. Got chewed out for not seeing that before.
Well, you should have saw it, so.
I guess, yeah.
Just kidding. 0-1. Swung on a miss by Valadez. No balls, 2 strikes.
And you know me with the shows, though. I'm still always grinding One Piece. Recommend that to everybody.
How many seasons is that?
Many.
Dude, you've been watching that show for years.
Yeah, 4 years now.
That's crazy.
I'm on episode, I think, I'm almost at 1,000.
That's crazy. Like, how long are the episodes?
20 minutes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. It's a good show. It's a fun show.
All right. Fouled off by Valadez. 2-2 the count. 2-2, 1 away in the bottom of the first. We're all tied up at 2 in game 3. The series is tied at a game apiece. Ripped over to Josh Gradwell, gets past him, and Jack Scholl comes in to score an RBI single for Valadez. And the Aces now lead it 3-2 in the bottom of the first.
Moses just hit that off the end of the bat there and caught some wicked spin. Josh was unable to corral it. Tough break for the enforcers.
So the Aces, they take the lead.
So Jack Scholl can end the inning with one swing here. Would hit the run limit.
Scholl, big swing and a miss. Strike one.
Makes you feel real good.
61 miles per hour and no pitch to Scholl. Count will remain, no balls, one strike. And that hits the zone.
Ball don't lie.
Was that? That's two? Okay.
Strike two, 0-2 now to Scholl. Bases loaded, Aces lead it 3-2. That's low and outside.
Is that 2 and 2?
1 and 2.
1 and 2. 1 2.
1 and 2 now to Scholl. And that's ripped over down the third base side. Gradwall tries to throw it at Granich. He throws it past Granich, and Granich comes in to score. Jack Scholl drives in 2 runs. It's now 5-2 Aces. Wow. Jack Scholl just keeping the line moving for the Aces. Doing what he was doing in games 4 and 5 the previous round for the Aces. He's keeping it up here in the World Series.
Yeah,
Aces now up 5-2.
He's been a real difference in this Aces lineup. He's shooting these balls all over the place, driving in runs, taking his walks. He's done everything the Aces could possibly want, honestly.
Yeah. It's been cool to see from Scholl.
Yeah, I missed a good chunk of the year. Wow.
Big swing and a miss from Aaron Schofield, strike one.
Yeah, it's called up for the playoffs. He's really making his mark.
Andy hit the zone too. That's
One and 2 is the count to Schofield. Runners on second and third. Still only one down. Bottom of the first. Schofield strikes out for out number 2, 2 away. Great job there from Jake Oliver. And now here's Morgan Granich. One more run would end the inning for the Aces. Granich, swing and a miss. That's low for a ball, 1-1. Count to Morgan Granich. Aces up 5-2. Popped up into the air. This should end the inning, and it does as Jake Oliver makes the grab for out number 3. But the Aces put up 5 runs in the bottom of the first. Go to the top of the second. Aces lead it 5-2.
Jake Oliver, Seattle area pipe trades.
Joshua Gradwall, Evansville High School. Jonathan Galgano, Washington State University.
Brock Playhouse, University of America, Samoa.
what's up? B-Rock. What's up? Hey, what's up? A lot of walks.
Love it. What are some words of encouragement for me, huh?
All right. Thank you. You take off those sunglasses, you'll get a hit.
You think? We're going to see this thing out.
the sunglasses?
I think it is.
Want them?
Yeah, I'll wear them.
Yeah, you'd like them, wouldn't you?
I'll wear them.
Come on, Brock.
Yeah.
Brock Playhouse up for the Enforcers, looks at ball 1, 1-0. Here in the top of the second of game 3. Aces scored 5. Bottom half of the first. Right back to Valadez on the mound. He tags out Brock Playhouse for out number 1, 1 away.
No, yeah, no, but like,
Tomorrow's gonna be rough. I'll tell you that.
Jake Oliver chases the first pitch strike on 1. Holds off for ball 1. Ball and a strike to Jake Oliver. Nobody on. 1 away. That's outside. 2-1 to Jake Oliver. 61 back. 61 miles per hour, too hot on the gun. No pitch. 2-1 will remain the count. Popped up into the air, Scholl underneath it, and he makes the grab. Out number 2, 2 down. Now the top of the second. Up to the plate is Josh Gradwell.
Hey, you're a quarter-inch off of 3 home runs. You're chilling. Keep at it.
Forcers, after getting off to a hot start, winning game 1, 8-0.
That was a self-defense.
It's pretty much been all Aces since.
Yeah, and that's what we saw with the Aces in the previous series of the Nighthawks. It was all Nighthawks the first couple games, and they really rallied and battled back and took control of that series. Doing it again here.
Yeah, this is a best of 7 series, so this series far from over. A lot of opportunities still for both teams. Popped up into the air. Moises Valadez makes the grab in foul territory for out number 3. No run score for the Enforcers in the top of the second. We go to the bottom of the second. Aces lead it 5-2.
And they explode away from the dock. And here we go.
Sometimes the difference between first place and second place
He's taking the lead, and he wins it.
is second effort.
He beats them all.
The Brinks Cup celebrates the athletes who never quit.
Holy smokes, and he wins.
Because quit is really just another 4-letter word.
And he reclaims the lead.
The Brinks Cup.
The world champion.
So here's Moises Valadez. Looks at ball 1 from Jake Oliver, 1-0. That's outside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes to Valadez. Valadez swings underneath that pitch for a strike. 2-1. Oliver just high there on that one. 3-1. That's inside ball 4. So Valadez is on.
Where is it?
The struggles continue for Jake Oliver in inning number 2. Oliver Oliver, normally so effective when he's on the mound. Been struggling to find the zone.
I got you.
His first couple innings so far. And now we're early in inning number 2, so he's still got a lot of opportunity here, but now up steps Jack Scholl. Scholl 1 for 2 in this game, a strikeout and a single. Single drove in a couple of runs.
Gotta pitch it like a golf ball.
Pitches outside, a ball and a strike to Scholl. It's Scholl for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. That pitch is high. 3-1 to Scholl. Ripped out to right center, and Jack Scholl with the 2-run shot. Adds 2 more on for the Aces, and they now lead it 7-2.
First home run of the series, and it was a rocket off the bat of Jack Scholl. Put a good swing on that one and just rode it out. Hard to believe this is the first home run of the series. It's game 3 already.
Wow. Jack Scholl have a series. I mean, since game 4, the last round, this guy has just been doing it for the Aces. He's been really helping this squad out.
Yeah, he's making early noise for World Series MVP.
That's
in my opinion.
It's RBIs 3 and 4 for Scholl in this game alone.
Yeah, I gotta go pick up Neil's brother at soccer practice.
Ball 1, Aaron Schofield.
I'll see you guys tomorrow. No, they go into over.
It's inside. Ball 2, 2-0.
Alright, I'll see you guys tomorrow.
That's inside for ball 3. 3-0 now to Schofield. Low for ball 4, 4-pitch walk. And I mean, Jake Oliver, it's been a tough go for him so far in this game.
Yeah, rough first start of the series. For sure, gotta look to bounce back in the next games he pitches. We're not sure what the Enforcer's schedule is going into tomorrow.
And it's surprising because it's just, you know, every time Jake Oliver steps out on that mound, I mean, for years, it's just been nails for the Enforcers. And so to see him with some struggles here in the World Series, you really hate to see it if you're an Enforcers fan, but we all know Jake Oliver, and this will not keep
He's
up.
gonna bounce back.
He'll bounce
Yeah.
back, absolutely. 1-2. It's just low there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two and 2 here to Greenwich. That pitch behind Greenwich, ball 3, full count. And Greenwich swings right underneath the riser. Strike 3. He strikes out for the first out in the bottom of the second. So Moises Valadez step up to the plate. Valadez 1 for 1 so far here in this game. A single and a couple of walks. Looks at a really nice pitch there from Oliver. Strike 1. That's low. 1-0 to Valadez. Outside ball 2. 2-1. Popped up in foul territory, and Josh Gradwell just couldn't get to that in time. Had to go around the tree. Always difficult when you got an obstacle in the way.
Yeah, it's tough.
What do we got, 2s?
2-2 to Valadez. Two on the way from Oliver, and Valadez does well to fight that one off. 2-2. What a pitch there from Jake Oliver. The slider hits the bottom part of the zone. Valadez strikes out for round number 2. 2 away.
It was a wicked breaking ball from Jake Oliver there. I haven't seen him break out that one before.
Now here's Jack Scholl. Scholl 2 for 3. A 2 RBI single and a 2-run home run in this game. I mean, talk about a game.
It's the Jack Scholl game.
1-1. Big swing and a miss from Scholl there. He's down 0-2. And Scholl chases the slider. He strikes out for the 3rd and final out. But the Aces add on a pair of runs thanks to the Jack Scholl 2-run shot. They lead it 7-2 as we go to the top of the 3rd here in game 3.
7-2. Yeah, I'll see you at home plate.
John Galgano looks at strike 1, rips that up the middle off the top of the wall. Galgano rounds first and he'll stay there, but what a great hit from John Galgano, just nearly missing a home run. Strike 1 to Blayhouse. Looks at that pitch inside, 1-1.
A couple of ground outs here in game 3.
Relax the box, baby. Let it fly, huh? Oh, good act, good act. We like it.
Brock Blayhouse swings at the high pitch, 2-2 the count. Blayhouse strikes out. First out of the inning, 1 down. The Aces just 2 outs away from going a game up in the World Series.
Let's go, 9.
Here's Jake Oliver, runner on first, 1 down. Oliver, 61 miles per hour, a no pitch. Popped up into the air, it's in foul territory and it gets out of play. Morgan Granich might have had a chance at it.
Yeah, it's tough. It landed right short of the roof there and near the heat lamp. Tough to navigate over there.
Yeah, it's difficult. 1-1.
Go to work.
Blowing in the dirt to Oliver, ball and a strike.
All hand, all hand, all hand, all hand.
Hit Jake Oliver's hand, 2-1. That's high. 3 balls, 1 strike to Oliver. Hits him for ball 4. So Oliver's on. Runners now on first and second. Josh Gradwell stepping up to the plate. Aces lead it by 5 in the top of the third. Trying to go a game ahead against the Enforcers. Game 3 of the World Series right now. We'll be wrapping up the World Series tomorrow evening. Josh Gradwell is ripped out to center, and Josh Gradwell, a 3-run homer, brings the Enforcers within 2 in the top of the third.
This game just got mighty interesting. It's now 7-5. The Enforcers have a pulse here, and still only 1 out.
Josh Gradwell rips that thing out to center over the wall, a 3-run homer, and the Enforcers needed that. It's given them life. It's a whole new ball game. Enforcers only down 2 with only 1 out. Galgano looks at a strike, and it's now 1-1. Just high. Ripped out to center again by Galgano. Another single for him. Galgano got the offense going in this inning with a hard line drive out to center. It was off the top of the wall.
Galgano's making a lot of solid contact here this series. That's really working. He's got a few line drives this series.
Brock Playhouse swing and a miss, 0-1.
He's really stepped up the Enforcer squad in the playoffs.
Playhouse, another swing and a miss. He's now down 0-2. Hits the zone, strike 3. About 61 miles per hour.
Saved by the bell again. Yeah, the radar giveth and the radar taketh away.
Yeah, speed checks have been huge here in the World Series.
64
miles per hour. So he's saved again.
Wow. Am I feeling good about these? No.
Hey, you won't swing a third time.
No, he will, but it's Don. Here you go, baby.
No.
Here you go.
0-2 to Brock Playhouse as we start again. Does not go around. It's a ball, 1-2.
Here we go, lock in, here we go. God damn, bro.
And that is technically the third strikeout in one at bat, but it's out number 2.
God damn.
He's in the booth. You're not supposed to be able to hear it.
Good time to be great. Dude, he's talking way too loud.
2 down, and now here's Jake Oliver. Forcers down to their final out. But Jake Oliver represents the tying run for the Aces. And it's the zone, strike 1.
Beautiful pitch from Moses there.
Nicks the zone inside part of the zone for strike 2. Wow. That was an awesome pitch from Valadez. 0-2. That's outside. 1-2 to Jake Oliver. Strike 3 in the Atlantic. Aces take game 3. Final score a 7-5, and they go a game up on the Eastern Enforcers here in the World Series. That's going to do it for us here tonight at AWA Field. We will be back for games 4, 5, 6, and potentially 7 tomorrow night. We will see you all tomorrow. Hope everybody has a great night.
Oh, boy.